Summarize for you the meeting that I have just had with bipartisan leaders. America's public enemy number one in the United States is drug abuse.
While this made sense in 1971, what was the ultimate impact of Nixon's decision?
Hi, my name is Ryan Taylor. I'm an undergraduate political science student at UC Denver and have done extensive research into Latin American drug policy.
We asked Mr. Taylor about the impacts of the policies outlined in the Merida Initiative, the primary anti-drug doctrine imposed against Latin American countries by the U.S.
I mean, sure, there's lots of things you can look at. For one, within the public of these countries, the U.S. does not have a mandate to do what they're doing. So basically, they have to rely purely on force to cut off these money paths and actual drug paths into this country. So when you're doing that by force, and especially in these countries that tend to be poorer, what you create is power vacuums, right? And there's always someone to fill that vacuum. So even when you take out, that's why when you take out the head person, it doesn't take out the entire cartel. So the problem becomes that in a specific country, you have balances of power that shift when you take out these kinds of things. But even if you eliminate the problem in a specific country, different countries will fill that void of people wanting to make money, basically.
President Faruqi imposes harsh crackdown policies against Latin American countries.
Countries that engage in drug production and proliferation will be punished and be met with the full force of the U.S. We will significantly enforce our anti-drug policy in Latin America.
Hey, Tomas! Did you call me, Jefe? Yes. 20 kilo over the border tomorrow. You need to be extra safe. The U.S. is cracking down. Muchas. All right, got you, Jefe. Take care. Be safe. Be safe. We go to guys. 20 kilos. Yay! Just thoroughly cut.
In the drug trade, the clear motivation is money and survival, a heightened problem in economically struggling
Let's get
nations.
to work, man. So it's all done? Hey, Tomas. All done, bro. 20 kilos? 20 kilos. Count it. All right. Yep. Looks good to me.
Safe travels, my
I'll see you
friend.
guys.
Godspeed.
Man, 20 kilos? Those niños about to eat good. Oh, yeah. Come on. Hey, put your hands in the air. You guys are going away for a long time.
Local farmers have a relatively small role in the overall drug trade. However, they are often the targets and victims of U.S. crackdowns on Latin American supply chains.
Start a new operation in a new country. Tomas, he's dead. What am I gonna do?
While these farmers are imprisoned, the larger cartel structure remains, merely causing cartels to relocate rather than be eradicated. This is known as the balloon effect, demonstrated here.
Everything is going wrong, bro. They killed Tomas. They took the farmers, they put them in the jail. Tell everybody from the cartel they need to move now. I'm in Peru, you guys need to come and meet me here. There's nobody in the U.S. here.
President Faruqi decides to expand the Merida
There have been
Initiative.
recent increases in drug use, production, and smuggling in the U.S. We need to crack down on these hard operations and destroy the people who are responsible. Even though our operations in Colombia were partially successful, the cartel are moving into other areas and increasing drug production and smuggling overall. We will use this force to stop this.
This illustrates the cyclical pattern of problems that U.S.-imposed anti-drug policies cause in Latin America. Additionally, we interviewed Professor Sasha Bregerbush regarding Latin American drug economies and her thoughts about the war on drugs. We wanted to find out if the drug proliferation from Latin America would decrease if the U.S. focused more on addressing drug addiction domestically.
Yeah, sure, to some extent, right? But I keep in mind that a lot of the really highly addictive illegal drugs, at least, heroin and cocaine, right, coming to mind. These are based in raw materials that are not climatically suited, right, to being grown efficiently in the United States. Right, so you look at foreign aid, for example, and everyone's like, oh, foreign aid's a disaster. We keep giving all these money to these countries and they're still real poor. Why do we assume that alleviating poverty is the actual goal of foreign aid? It's not. right? The actual goal of the war on drugs, as far as I can tell, is not to eliminate drug use or to actually stop supply. It's a disciplinary mechanism. It's a mechanism by which the U.S. controls politics, society, and economy in other countries in its own interests.
With the new administration and Trump navigating us, forward, he has re-signed initiatives in the Merida Initiative, so that policy is still in effect and still enforced. So what do you foresee going forward, with the environment and the climate around the drug economies and drug war?
It seems like it's only getting worse. What I want to do is make things complicated and to turn what is typically presented as a black and white issue.
Right.
Yes, of course we want to live longer.
We don't realize
into an area that is just shades of gray. I like research that creates more questions than answers. I like research that gives us opportunities to think in more complicated and nuanced ways.
Cool.
And that disrupts conventional thinking, that's kind of where I'm at in terms of drugs.